how to apply Kirchhoff's laws. So this is a numerical. This is a board question. This is a network of resistances and the cells. In this branch the current is I1, in this branch the current is I3, in this branch the current is I2. The question is, we have to find values of I1, I2 and I3. Now how to apply Kirchhoff's rules to find the current? So there are two rules. The first one is Kirchhoff's junction rule. So this is one junction, this is another junction. At this junction, the current is I1 in this direction. At the same junction, current divides in two directions. In this direction, current is I3. Therefore, in this direction, the current will be I1 minus I3. This is the main current, it divides at this junction. Therefore, if this current is I3, this current will be I1 minus I3. Now, at this junction, the current I3 is approaching the junction and this current is leaving the junction, but current divides at this junction. In this direction, the current is I2. So what will be the current in this direction? It must be I3 minus I2. But it is already given that this current is I1, so we can write this current to be I1. Now here in this branch the current already given is I2. Therefore we change this current both in magnitude and direction. Here we only change the magnitude of current, but here we will change the direction also, because the current is given in this direction, it is given. So we change the direction of current, and the value of this current is equal to I2. It is given. Therefore we need not write this, and we need not write this. Now we will apply loop rule. Then how many loops are there? There are 3 loops. So we can choose any 2 for the sake of solving the problem. So this will be easier, and these 2 loops will be easier. There is one more loop, but in the larger loop there will be some complications of calculations. It will be easier one. Now, if we apply junction rule, at this junction there are 3 currents: I1 towards the junction, I2 towards the junction, and I3 given away from the junction. So when we apply junction rule, we will write like this: applying junction rule, I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. Sum of incoming currents at a junction is equal to sum of outgoing currents at the junction. So this is given in the diagram. So this is equation number 1. Now we apply Kirchhoff's second rule, loop rule, in this loop. So what is the name of this loop? Look here. The name of this loop is A, B, C, D. This is not complete loop. We will say A, B, C, D, A, and we will write it here. Before solving, we will write in loop A, B, C, D, A. Now let us apply loop rule. Let us start from A, where the potential drops. No potential drop. Now there is a potential rise as we are going in the direction opposite to the current. So there is a potential rise. According to Ohm's law, its value is product of these two. So potential rise is I3 into 2, V into I, IR. IR is equal to V. And potential rise, let it be represented by plus. Potential rise, we are represented by plus. Now again look here, we are going to complete the loop. There is no rise or fall. Again, this is the direction of I1. We are going against the direction up to here. So there is a potential rise again. So we will write plus sign for the rise. And how much rise? This current is I1 and this resistance is 5. I into R is equal to V. So 5I1. Rise is equal to 5I1. Now we proceed. This is the cell or battery. We go in this direction. We are traveling in this direction. So when we travel from higher potential towards lower potential terminal, there will be a fall in potential. How much fall in potential? 12 volt already given. As we are proceeding from higher potential terminal towards lower, there will be a fall, and we will represent fall by negative because it is easier to remember. Fall by negative, rise by positive. So it will be equal to 12. And the sum of all potential differences according to Kirchhoff's loop rule is 0. So this is second equation. Now we take the second loop. This is the second loop. Let us start from here. So here we will write. Now in loop, what is the name of the loop? B, E, F, C, B. In loop B, E, F, C, B, we proceed start from here. There is no rise or fall. When we go in this direction, when we cross the battery from lower potential to higher potential terminal, there is rise of potential which will represent by positive, and this rise is equal to 6 volt. So we write here plus 6 volt. Now again, the current is given in this direction, which is I3, I2. This is I2. As we are proceeding in the direction of current, the potential is falling, and the fall is equal to I into R, and the fall will be represented by negative sign. So we write minus IR. This fall in potential. Again, consider the same loop. There is no rise or fall in this direction. Now we again travel in the direction of current. So there will be a fall in potential, and that fall will be equal to IR. I is I3 here, R is 2. So the fall will be minus 2I3, and the sum of all potential difference will be equal to 0 according to Kirchhoff's rule, and this is equation number 3. So in this equation we have applied the junction rule. In these two equations we have applied loop rule. Now we will solve these three equations simultaneously, and this is our background knowledge from the 9th class, that we can solve these equations and find the values of I1, I2 and I3. So when you solve the equations I1, I2 and I3, you get the values 48 upon 31, 18 upon 31 and 66 upon 31 ampere. These are the values of currents when you will solve it, these equations. Now look here. Look at equation number 1. I1 plus I2 is equal to 3. You can verify your answer. Look here. I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. Look here. I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. Sum of these two fractions will be equal to the third one. So you can verify your answer also. There is one important thing here. Look here. Suppose the direction of current is shown in opposite direction. Suppose the current is given in this direction. And you solve the equation. When you solve the equation with this direction of current, the signs will change here. Somewhere positive will become negative and somewhere negative will become positive. And what will be your answer? In that case, your answer will be I3 value will change minus 66 upon 31. So think over it. When you change the direction or the direction of current is given reverse, your answer will change. Sign of your answer will change from positive to negative. When you get this answer, you must consider that the direction given in the question is opposite. So you can now correct the direction. When you get this answer, you will rewrite that the direction of current given in the question is opposite, and this is not the correct direction. The correct direction should be this. So the answer in the applying the Kirchhoff's rule will automatically correct the given problem. So not only the magnitude of current is known, its direction can also be corrected. Namaste.